Good early morning to you guys. I'm here in Boonville, Missouri. I don't know if you can see, that's the busy hopping metropolitan downtown Missouri, and that's the river right there. Wanted to kind of put a quick video out. I'm sure most of you by now have seen the El Paso shooting from yesterday. This was in the mall, oddly enough, right next door to the Walmart where 19 people were killed 3 years ago, and actually about a week away from that shooting. Well, it looks like there's another shooting there. Now, I'll get more into that here in a second for what we already know, but this is not the same type of shooting as that shooting, allegedly, as that shooting we saw 3 years ago. In this case, there were 4 males who were shot. 1 was killed, 3 injured, and 2 male suspects were picked up, were captured. What does this tell you? Remember, guys, look up El Paso on a map and you're going to see where El Paso is. That is probably one of the busiest and worst areas for people being trafficked in from Mexico right now. That's just common knowledge. That's not my opinion. That is an absolute fact. I mean, that's the place where people don't want to go when they want with the federal government, when they don't want to know what's happening at the border. El Paso is a bad spot for that. So more than likely, this was a gang-related shooting. Yes, I'm speculating based on facts. I can put things together like that. The reason why I say this is different is because 3 years ago, that was a rampage killing. That was a person set on killing people and killing as many people as he could. In this case, this appears to be more of a turf war type issue, more of a situation where guys were probably fighting, feuding. If they picked up 2 suspects, rampage killers, sociopaths do not travel in pairs. So if they picked up 2 people, it's very likely that this was some kind of a conflict between people. The reason why I bring that up and the reason why it's so important to mention that is because if you treated every single person who came into the hospital the same way, with the same, as if, even though they had different symptoms, but as if they all needed the same treatment and the same medication, you will never cure every single person going into the hospital. I say that because you cannot solve the issue of people shooting other people if you treat them all the same. They're all trying to throw this in the same bucket and use that same shooting from 3 years ago as if we have another maniac out there shooting at people indiscriminately to try to kill as many people as they can. This is not the same. If you approach both types of shootings the same way, you will never solve either one of them. You have one person who probably is mentally defective and bullied, probably on psychotropic medication, and just went to kill people because their brain was there. They were at that point where they were manic, homicidal, suicidal, and they just wanted to kill people. That is the standard issue rampage killer out there. That's how they are. That's how they're built. Again, I wrote a book on it. How to Make a Monster is the name of the book. This particular shooting, as is the case in most conflicts and gang-related shootings or where people have disagreements, it's people who are mad at each other and they're retaliating against each other. They're not trying to indiscriminately kill as many people as they want. So by us putting them in the same bucket, yes, we can use the commonality that they both had guns involved and they both were in El Paso. But we can't sit here and expect to, quote, solve the gun violence issue if we treat both of those the same. They don't have the same symptoms, so you don't treat them the same way. You can't solve both issues if you approach them the exact same way. Again, guys, I apologize for the loud noise and the low light and the unprofessional video, but I am in Boonville, Missouri, doing some really cool stuff with CMMG guns today. Got a lot of cool guys out here, a lot of fun guys that you guys will recognize. Look for a little bit of social media buzz from Boonville, Missouri, as many of us are down here today. But I just want to point that out to you guys that we're failing as a society if we try to treat all of these shootings the same way.